Hi guys, welcome back. It's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo, and I am here with an 11/11 update for the collective. So this doesn't matter if you're a star seed, light worker, involved with the twin flame connection, divine feminine, divine masculine. This is for us as a whole, as a collective, okay? Doesn't matter if you are, a witch, shaman, star seed, earth angel, mystic, light worker. If I said that already, I apologize, but just making sure you guys understand this was the intention for the collective. So regardless of what you label yourself as or what, energy you reside in, etc., this is for the collective. So if you have spiritual gifts, this is for you. So don't fast forward. This video is going to be very informative. I would like to give love and light to all of you guys who have been supporting the channel. Continue to do so. Share, like, subscribe. If this reading resonates with you and you are curious about your purpose, your soul journey, you guys can book me for a reading at www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com. Or if you need any, healing sessions, whether chakra alignment, whether Reiki, whether crystal healing, I do those in the shop as well as distance. You can book via the website as well. Again, protection intention oils, abundance intention oils. You can find all of that on my Etsy shop at Chrissy Crystal Indigo. A lot of you guys have reached out to me asking what oil or what candle or what herb would you need at this time. You can email me. That information is below in the description box for whatever questions you have. And again, this is very important for the 11/11 portal all the way until the end of the year. All right, so the vibes, the energy that we are in. Now, guys, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Chrissy the Crystal Indigo, because I do post energy updates, twin flame updates, astrological events. Again, you guys are feeling vibrations right now, as I am as well, from this 11/11 portal. A lot of you guys, depending on what's in your natal chart, is being hit with the energy a little bit harder than others. Carry your selenite, your clear quartz. Sleep with the amethyst on your forehead if possible, or lapis lazuli under your pillow. Whatever you need to do to keep your energies grounded, okay? Now, if you would like to donate to the channel, I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. Means a lot, especially for the things that I want to do in regards to the boutique, the crystal shop, that's located 297 Grove Street, Jersey City, New Jersey. So if you're in the area, come out, check us out. And just for you guys in general, I have started the classes back up. So students had their first day on Tuesday. Really beautiful experience, and I will post that. And I have so today on the Instagram and on my TikTok, which is Chrissy the Crystal Indigo. All right, so let's dive in. Okay, so what we're using first is the Mystic Moon Twin Flame Oracle deck, and we're starting with the Divine Masculine. So the energies for the Divine Masculine with this 11/11 portal coming out, we have communication. So not only are they being hit with like light codes, downloads, information, ears ringing and stuff like that, but you guys also may feel your divine counterpart's energy very strong, or you may feel them talking to you telepathically. However it resonates, you comment below. Songs, synchronicities, numbers, it's revving up, okay? Now, with the Divine Masculine, the next card out is Tribe. So they are aligning to their soul tribe. They're finding their crew, right? And they're all like spiritually being guided to each other to help them on their purpose, on their mission. Because remember, Divine Feminine leads the way, Divine Masculine catches up. So a lot of the Divine Masculines are awakened at this time, are understanding that they're going through a transformation. You let me know below how your Divine Masculine is holding up. Now, the next card out, we have Lessons. So you see these codes, you see these letters, you see the book, right? So a lot of them are having past life dreams, past life visions, deja vu, just really trying to pull it all together and understand. And again, it's happening for you, not to you, right? For you to grow, for you to ascend. So the Divine Masculines are going through lessons right now. They're seeing the error of their ways. They're starting to understand in the past how, their actions could have affected their Divine Feminine, and they're trying to right their wrongs, whether energetically, whether physically, okay? Now, Wasn't surprised by this. The next card out for the divine masculine is the divine feminine. And with the divine feminine energy, a lot of the divine feminines are coming up into the divine masculine's energy, and they're feeling their divine feminines very strong, right? And some of them are even balancing their divine masculine and divine feminine energy. And this is what's helping the connection go along. Now, for some waves, you guys are, remember, there's different waves of this journey. So with some waves, a lot of the divine feminines are really in their power, and they're just like, yeah, okay, divine masculine, figure it out. I love you unconditionally. We'll talk when we talk. We'll see each other when we see each other. But I know what this is, and I know you're coming to your understanding as well, right? So standing in their divine feminine power, not needing, not being codependent, not hawking their divine masculine, coming strong with their energy towards the divine masculine, because they realize when it's like that, the divine masculine pulls away, right? Because our energy is very intense. This connection is very intense, right? So the divine masculines are realizing you are the divine feminine. Now for the divine feminine, here we go, right? We're ready to just start cursing right now, right? That divine timing card. I'm just like, oh man, they're going to get me tonight, right? So the divine timing, like divine timing is at work in your love life. Divine timing is at work in your connection. Divine timing is at work in regards to your life purpose. So co-create with spirit, hand over the keys, let them take the driver's seat, right? So this is just a reminder that everything is working according to divine plan. Okay, and I'm hearing timelines. A lot of our timelines are going to be shifting and changing, okay? So now we have unawakened. So when we have this card, there's a fresh new batch of divine feminines that are, ascending or rising, and they're unawakened to what this connection is or what the purpose of this connection is for. Now remember, with twin flames, let's start there. It's not always about marriage. It's not always about union, living a happy life together, because some of you are not going to be meant to be married or live together forever. For some of you, your call to mission is your spiritual purpose, your spiritual gift, the business spiritually that you run, you co-create together, right? For some of you, yes, it is a divine counterpart, marriage, living a long life together while you're doing your purpose and your mission, all right? So remember, when you come into contact with your divine counterpart, you immediately take off and start to go through the changes and start to ascend and go through your awakening, etc. So you can understand what you are called to do, what your mission is, right? And if you guys are unsure about if someone's your twin flame or not, you can book me for a twin flame reading, okay? Now, we have karmic partners, right? So this is coming out for the divine feminine. And the full moon energy, we have the full moon November 19th. So the full moon in Taurus is coming up. See where Taurus is in your chart, giving you a heads up now. So with this karmic partner, it doesn't always have to be a person. It can also mean a job. Anything that's getting in the way of you ascending, your partner ascending, your divine counterpart ascending on this soul purpose mission. Makes sense? And so again, with the full moon, a lot of things in the dark will be brought to light, right? Focus on your intuition. What is your gut feeling telling you? For divine feminine, we have offer. So for some of you in the collective, divine masculines are coming forward to make an offer. Divine feminines are, making certain offers to their divine masculines. For example, they could say like, I have this idea. I want to do this. I want to do that. What do you think? Makes sense? Just really including their divine masculine into what they have going on. All right. And so offer energy is on the table. Okay. For the divine feminine, we have conclusion. So again, a lot of you are realizing what your purpose and mission is with your divine counterpart. And again, you haven't done the work, then start doing the work. A lot of you, I would recommend you get your past life regression done, and I would recommend you get your Akashic records done, okay? Very important, so you can understand. That is exactly how I found out how to handle my connection, right? And it wasn't easy at first, because remember, when you're just awakening and you're being hit with all this new information, it takes time to process, right? So this is beautiful for the collective. Now, the overall energy, we have settling. So you have divine feminines who are like, dude, I've been on this journey for forever, and it just seems like it's just not going to take off to where it needs to be. Spirit is saying, be patient. Divine masculines is just still back and forth, mixing and mingling between the options, trying to figure out, my next move have to be my best move. And so a lot of you are afraid of settling and just wishing you can fast forward right to the end to say like, okay, okay, we do end up together. Okay, we do start this business, or we do whatever it is that you're hoping for. You just wish you can fast forward and just see it now, so you know you're not wasting your time. All right. So the next card that wanted to show itself, we have numbing. So some of you guys in your collective waves are numbing the connection, just really like, you know, I'm not giving it any energy. I'm not paying attention to it. I'm just going to numb myself out because it's too intense. It's too much. And then we have, again, just like the divine timing, patience, right? So we're being called to have patience at this time, all right? And I know we hate that, the patience, the divine timing, because the divine feminines are like, I mean, how much more patience do you want me to have? Right? Either shit or get off the pot. I'm joking, but that is exactly what I hear from my divine feminines a lot. All right. So we're going to dive into the Rider-Waite. All right. So the Rider-Waite, what is happening with the collective right now? First card out, we have the Page of Swords. So again, when this card came out, in my head, I'm like, logic, okay? Understanding what our journey is, understanding what our connection is. This is what I intuitively picked up from the card, right? Because it's not a king, it's not a knight, it's a page. So we have individuals slowly moving out of that snail's pace, taking action, communication when the sword is up, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, and just really thinking about a lot of things, okay? Then we have the Hermit. So divine feminines, you may have found yourself just really quiet lately, really going into solitude, focusing on what your purpose and your mission is. And the same thing, we don't just get one awakening. So again, right now with this 1111 portal, we're pushed into another energy. We're pushed into another awakening to what we are being called to journey to, our mission, our purpose, right? And so you'll notice the difference that when you start living your purpose and your mission, your life feels a lot easier. Your life feels a lot funner and happier, right? And, you know, for the divine masculines, they're on their walk, like trying to figure it out, trying to put things into perspective, okay? Because they don't get it the way we get it the first time out, right? We have the Page of Wands. So notice we have all these pages, right? Optimistic, fired up, that Aries, Leo, Sag energy. But do you see like what looks like Egyptian pyramids in the background, right? A lot of us are going through this past life remembrance where we're remembering who we were. We're remembering our partners. We're remembering what happened, right? And so with this page, let's be optimistic. Let's have courage. Let's have faith. Leap and allow the universe to catch you, okay? Now for the overall energy, there we go. Divine timing, temperance, patient. Make sure your cup is full before you fill up someone else's cup, all right? And under that, we have the Nine of Swords. But with this, a lot of you guys are coming out of that energy where you're not sleeping. You're losing sleep. You're worried about the connection. Like, are we going to be or are we not going to be? What is my life purpose? Should I walk away from my job or should I stay? Like, you're being pushed. And the more you fight with spirit, the more you refuse to surrender, that's when it gets real staticky, right? And then under that, we have the Tower. And a lot of the divine masculine and divine feminines, especially the new wave, you guys are going through your first Tower moment where you're like, oh my God, 6 months, it was beautiful. Like what is going on, right? And it's because your divine counterpart is feeling that intense energy and they don't know what to think of it. They've never felt that energy before. And then we have the Sun, right? So everything is working out according to divine plan. Now we are going to use the Atlantean cards, all right? So a lot of you guys have had past lives in Atlantis. So that was the reason I chose these cards today. So the first card out, we have High Priest, okay? High Priest, and this could be a High Priest or High Priestess, but I'll read it, okay? And so it says, at any given time, there were 6 High Priests and 6 High Priestesses of Atlantis, highly evolved cosmic beings who took instructions directly from the Intergalactic Council. Each was in charge of one of the 12 regions. They were noble leaders who worked selflessly for the greatest good of the people. They presided over important ceremonies and poured pure high-frequency light down onto the populace to maintain the light of Atlantis. Leadership. If you pick this card, it suggests that you take command of your life and demonstrate who you truly are. You are called upon to exercise your leadership qualities, to act with integrity, to take clear, wise decisions, and to empower others for the highest good of all. This is a time for strong and selfless service, okay? So some of you guys out there have that high priestess essence, right? And so the next card out, we have excellence, okay? And so with this, it says, in Golden Atlantis, inter-community games were frequently organized. People competed for sheer joy and because they enjoyed the challenge. The aim of competition was to develop excellence, never for ego gratification. So losers were gracious and sportsmanlike, even bridle-free. Riderless horses raced for the exhilaration and pleasure of it. These were the forerunners of the Olympic Games, and they drew communities together to socialize, participate, and celebrate. Do your best. If you chose this card, you may be presented with a challenge or responsibility. Accept it and do it graciously to the very best of your ability. It does not matter whether you fail or succeed. Your guidance is to participate with all your heart and soul in whatever life presents to you. Okay? The next card out, Black Mage. Okay? So it says, the Magi were highly trained shamans, alchemists, and magicians with truly awesome powers. During the Golden Age, they used these skills for the benefit of all and were greatly revered. When the Magi decided to use their power for their own enrichment and ego aggrandizement, the frequency of Atlantis spiraled down. Everything on Earth has a natural cycle. The Golden Age was the pinnacle of light, followed by eons of darkness. Now is the time to rise once more to a higher frequency. Change. This card indicates the end of a cycle. In this plane of duality, situations and relationships inevitably end, making room for different experiences. It is time to watch your ego and purify yourself so that the new can be better than the old. Overall energy, we have pools of energy, okay? And it says, when the final experiment of Atlantis was established, the senior priesthood created a pool of high-frequency energy, which the people could access to enhance their own energy or help them manifest their visions. Later, the violet flame was offered to the citizens. This could be visualized or invoked to enable them to transmute any negative that arose, especially in relationships. Cosmic help. Your guidance is the call on the great cosmic pool of energy, for it is time now to manifest your dreams. Before you invoke the cosmic assistance, be still and focus on your vision. Only negative thoughts can hold you back. So call in or visualize the violet flame to dissolve them. Move forward now. The cosmos is ready to help you. Beautiful. And under that, it's very important, we have clairvoyance. Okay? Clairvoyance. And it says, all the Atlanteans of the Golden Age were clairvoyant, for their third eye were fully open. They could see the invisible realms, the angels, spirit guides, unicorns, and nature spirits, and they communicated with animals and plants because they could all see auras, and their intuition was finely honed. They were aware of the feelings and energies of everyone around them. This awareness promoted compassion and caring, also because nothing could be hidden. Everyone was open, truthful, and honest. Psychic gifts. There are many ways of seeing with your inner vision. You may physically see pictures on your inner screen. You may sense or you may know. It is time to develop your third eye and trust your intuition. Trust your inner vision and knowing. All right. So for some of you who are wondering, what are all my spiritual gifts? You just got one of them, okay? So we're going to dive into Galactic Heritage cards, all right? So your first card out is 81, Learning to Nurture, Zeta Recticuli, all right? Zeta Recticuli, and it's present, all right? So Zeta Recticuli, 81. Okay, I'll read it for you. There we go. So it says, when the Zeta turned off their emotions in the ancient days and lost the ability to procreate, they also lost the understanding of how to nurture. Later, when they began procreating again, they had no idea how to nurture their new children and relied on humans to help them. The issue of nurturance is an important one, but it isn't one-sided. We must nurture ourselves as well as each other. This card asks you to look honestly at your ability or resistance to nurture yourself. If your needs are not met, you cannot be of service to others. It is time to honor yourself, nurturing needs without guilt. All right. So you guys let me know how that resonates for you. We'll go into the next card. Generosity, number 68, Lyra. This talks about the future, okay? And I'll sit that, it works out perfectly. I'll sit that right there. That's number 68. So some of you guys may be like, I'll tell you, Lyrians. Okay, an ancient challenge of the Lyrians was to have a generous spirit. They had a fear that if they gave to others, they would not have enough for themselves. Eventually, they healed this pattern. Humans are now facing this same challenge as they explore the issue of generosity. Most people have no problem being generous when they feel safe and secure, but can you be generous when you feel insecure? Examine your patterns of generosity honestly. Are you afraid to give, or do you have resistance about receiving? Balance lies in being able to give and receive equally. That is a true path of transformation. And it goes right with the collective, because we have the divine feminine always giving, and we have the divine masculine who just, receive, and that's where their depleted energy comes from, right? So the next card out is 39, in balance in positive polarity, Pleiades, pass, okay? That's 39. All right, so let's go in here. All right. It says, in the ancient Palladian history, one of the core lessons of the species had to do with denying the shadow side within. They only wanted to focus on the positive and habitually suppress their dark aspects. It is important to recognize and embrace all aspects, dark and light, in your life now. Try to see where you suppress the darkness inside, such as emotions or pain that you don't want to feel. See it, love it, and dialogue with it. Use it as part of your growth. In doing so, you will heal many old habits and patterns from lifetimes past on earth and in the stars. Like, your cards are your cards, all right? So some of you guys are Palladians. We have the overall energy, way showing, serious, future, all right? So that's number 95. Okay. It says, in the ancient past, Syrians were conflicted about being leaders or staying hidden. They saw this as an either or situation. Now that they have evolved, they realize that being a leader is not an aggressive or controlling role. True leaders lead from the heart, without ego, desire, and from a clear sense of inner direction that is aligned with universal consciousness. In the ancient past, you were also conflicted about this issue, but now is the time to release this karma pattern and no longer have fear of being a leader or way shower. You don't have to do anything to lead. Simply being is enough. All right? So that was a message for you guys out there. And this is some things that we're going over in class with the students. All right? What are you? Syrian, Arcturian, Palladian, Lyrian. There's so many different beautiful things that they are learning. All right, so now we're using the Lemurian Star Child Oracle. So the first card out, I'll move this back some. The first card out, we have Cities of Light, okay? And this is number 10, Telos, Adama, Inner Earth, Etheric Retreats, Family of Light. Let me see if I can put this here for you guys. I think I have, yeah, I'll put this here. Okay, and that's number 10, right? So hopefully I can find it fast. Nope, that's not it. No, that's Cities of Light. This is like a huge book with all this beautiful information that I will be introducing to the class as well. And you guys can write me if you have any questions about any of this information. Because in here, they don't even have like it's like huge, like the index. So you literally have to like scope through. Oh, here we go. Number 208. All right, sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up. 208. Okay. So 10, cities of light. So it's Telos, Adamah, inner earth, etheric retreats, family of life, inner earth communication, new earth potential. So it says, I joyfully meet with Lumerian family in the inner planes and receive their love, light, and wisdom for the new earth. So what this is reminding you is if you have drawn this card because inner earth beings would like to connect with you to show you great potentials of light for your personal life and for humanity. They show you etheric pathways that lead to their cities of light, where you can meet many members of your light family. Their city of light and their collective of love give you great inspiration and energetic support for co-creating the new earth. So this is all about what we're doing now, raising the vibration of the planet, the new earth. So a lot of you guys, as you go onto your spiritual journeys, connecting with your spiritual gifts, you'll be able to tap into these, different frequencies or different, I don't want to make it sound weird, but different beings, which is what we are. We're very magical, and be able to understand what is needed for the new earth. Make sense? Okay, so the next card out, we have 9 doorways into now, letting go of the warrior, portals. And what do we have today? The 1111 portal, right? So I'm going to sit this here. Hopefully it doesn't like fall over. And that's portals. What number is this? 9. Okay. Okay, so that's 242. Here we go. Okay, so doorways into now, letting go of the warrior, collapse of the old paradigm, blissful dimensions, blessings of today, your truth. All right, my ability to be loved with what is open. My ability to be loved with what is opens doors to the subtle realms. All right. And it says, you are being presented with portals. Portals are multi-dimensional doorways into another reality, another energy. Portals can make you feel you are in another experience, another time and place, even though you are here and now physically. This is because you are somewhere else indeed. Multi-dimensional speaking. Portals are tools that you can use when you learn to make some important distinctions. Okay? And so it says, listening carefully. The portals cards remind you to go within. Within you is a doorway, a way back to your true home. So we talked about this in class. Like, you ever felt like when you were little, like you just sit around and be in the park or something like that, like, I don't belong here. Like, your soul knew you belonged somewhere else. Even with your family, you would just look at them and be like, I know I belong somewhere else. I know I belong somewhere else. And that's a high indication that, you're a star seed, like you're from another realm. Your soul is remembering. But it says you walk through portals, vortexes of light that lead to other dimensions, into expanded dimensions to receive great healing. Portals to the old paradigm collapse in this process because they cannot be sustained in the higher vibration. So a lot of us are, again, ascending, rising. How many of you have realized that your gifts have magnitude to a whole nother level, right? And so a lot of you guys who watch me in the shop, right? Or even watch me on a live, where I'm speaking to someone and immediately I tune in, okay, this, and this, okay, this person, and they're just like looking in awe, like, wow, like, you know what I mean? So your gifts are growing and expanding, and it's very important. I tell everyone to know how to meditate correctly. It starts there. The next card, we have Nurture. Okay, self-healing Ruby Ray, birthing the new earth. All right. So let's get this out for you guys. And again, share this, comment, subscribe, whatever it is that you feel will help others, because there are a lot of other, you know, star seeds and light workers who are just trying to figure it out, right? And again, if you want to understand what your mission, what your purpose is, you can also book me for an Akashic reading. You don't have to do an Akashic session, right? And so that's number 2, and that is Nurture. Which is really weird, because this one, oh, got it. So that's number 61. And right now my crown chakra is just rocking from this portal. All right. So with Nurture, self-healing, Ruby Ray, birthing the new earth. Earth star, divine co-creation, grounding divine energies, loving womb of Mother Gaia, birthing the new earth. I receive the high vibrational light of the Ruby Ray, which brings unconditional love and self-acceptance through a gentle embrace. All right. So it says, the deep love of the Ruby Ray descends to heal separation, trauma, and negative self-talk. Ascended beings use the ruby color to convey their deep love for you. It is also a color that you can use to nurture yourself and other beings, including Gaia. Sharing is natural in the healing process, where the Ruby Ray is received in your physical and energetic body. Okay? Here we go. The ascended ones from the Pleiades teach about this love and energy, this letting go of attachment. When spirit comes into matter, it needs to attach in the same way that the Lemurian child bonds to their mother. The mother then uses the Ruby Ray to nurture the child, and the child recognizes this energy. This creates a memory in the child. It remembers the loving energy, even though it has yet to evolve to fully comprehend this ruby love. All right. It also says, dear humans, the earth needs you, but not in the way you might think. Humans tend to make Gaia into another human to protect human emotions onto her. This is not the truth. The earth cannot be saved by the mental emotional thinking, and it does not need to be saved. The earth does not judge or suffer. It only feels the suffering of humanity. Okay? So how you heal that is being in your true light, being in your high vibration, right? All right. So we have integration. Okay? Integration. And it says, forgive self and others, reunion, let go of defenses, open the door. All right? And that doesn't even need to be explained. We're all like integrating. We're all one. We all realize that, hey, oh my God, like I know you from somewhere. Like you look so familiar. Your soul tribes are coming in at a rapid rate, right? So it's important that, you know, you do the work. We have the overall energy, cosmic heart source, okay? And this says, source of all, true home, just be heart connection. So you see that sacred geometry in the middle. Now with this, when I teach you guys in the class, or even when I'm working with my clients on how to work the portal of your heart and how to send and receive energy, a lot of them are brought to tears at times, right? And it's like, oh my God, like what is that? Like what is that feeling? Just like for the men, when you do it to them, they get really weird, and because they don't like being vulnerable, right? And so work on your heart portal, because this is the way you continue to assist and raise the vibration of the planet, right? So you guys let me know how that portion resonated with you. And lastly, we are using the Lightworker Oracle. All right. So for the Divine Masculine, we have past life activation. What were we just talking about? 35 is 8. 8 is an infinity symbol, and that also resonates with the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine union process, right? So past life activations, the Divine Masculines are remembering. They're remembering, right? Thank you. They are starting to remember, right? And I shared with one of my students when we were discussing how to access the Akashic records, and I said you actually can do it yourself. You have the rite of passage to do it. This is a high priestess. Her name is Rocky. She's really dope. And I said you can do it yourself. I said all you have to do is set the intention, go into the Akashic records, tell her what to do, and you will be amazed at what you see. Right? And especially if you guys are trying to figure out if this is my divine counterpart, or is this a high level soulmate, is this a karmic, you will know, right? And so they are seeing and dreaming and having visions about things that took place in their past life. Divine feminine, the heart transmission. So remember, through the heart, remember that's how we use that portal when we're sending healing, when we're receiving healing. And again, you can be a Reiki practitioner or energy practitioner, but there are some situations where I have to step in when that energy is not moving and it's blocked, and I have to go in with source and do it the other way, right? And immediately those chakras become unblocked just like that, right? But I try not to resort to that way unless it's a 911 situation, because once I do that, my energy is like rock for at least about 45 minutes, right? And so we all have the abilities, the gifts as our star seed ancestors, as our deities and ancestors, etc., and our normal, like, and our own ancestors, if it makes sense, because the magic is within your veins, the magic is within your bloodline. All right, so this is beautiful. The next card out, we have Initiation by Air for Divine Feminine. That's 24. Okay, and so I'm going to read that one only because I don't want you to be wondering, like, okay, now what does that mean? And with the Initiation by Air, it talks about, says you have a strong and powerful mind. The mind can be a great asset. It can bring comfort, peace, and strength as you to take your spiritual journey. It can also be a dark and destructive force, undermining your power, making you doubt your own heart, and keeping you trapped in fear. The mind developed without a loving spiritual practice can be a frightening weapon rather than a liberating sword. How will you use your mind power? And that also talks about avoiding the triggers, like what triggers you, what sets you off, right? And I tell anybody, I'm not letting anybody take me back from where I've prayed from, right? And so with the overall energy, we have divine masculine, right? Number 10, power of divine masculine. So this is you, divine feminine, balancing your masculine energy. This is divine masculine, balancing their divine feminine and divine masculine energy. And what are we focused on? Divine talent, right? Our gifts, how we're raising the vibration of the planet. We're focusing on earth healing, whether it's plants, whether it's animals, whether it's humans. This is our goal. What are we focused on? Wisdom of the divine feminine leads, divine masculine follows. This is beautiful. All right, so for the 11/11, guys, get ready to rock. Make sure you set your intentions tonight. Make sure you light your candles. Make sure if you need to hop around your house and scream out what it is that you need and want to receive from the universe, you do it unapologetically. All right, I'm sending you guys so much love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Love you much. Take care.